Man, that nigga lost too, man.
Oh, and he's sitting there crossing his legs with
high heels.
Weird.
You know, for some homo
He's
Amalekite.
still in the sucking place and get out.
Yeah. Some homo Amalekite, man. You know? Yeah, do that pose for me. Man, this nigga, you just crazy, man. Now, how you playing Get Out? And maybe that's really who you are.
That's who you are. That's right.
You know?
The guy's ass under a spell. Jake's in that world, in the industry, under a spell, man. For them to be sitting there doing the detestable things like that, knowing in the spirit is wrong.
That's who he truly is. You know, he actually became the character in this movie, man.
Yeah.
You know, a nigga in a sunken place. Oh, you just lost, man.
Right.
You know, it's crazy, man. What you got?
Jeremiah 49:12. For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished.
So you're talking to Israel. It wasn't our judgment to drink of the cup, right? Which was slavery, oppression, death, separated from our power. You see what I'm saying? It was just being broken at Lazarus. You see? He had all those putrefying sores all over him. But he said, you surely drunk of it. Go ahead.
Thou shalt, all right, read on down. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself.
And the Most High don't lie. So if he swore, go ahead.
For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation.
Which is where the Edomites dwell, right here.
Right. Basra will be like it's one of them. I think one of the capital cities of Edom.
Yeah.
It should be like America.
America, man. Go ahead.
It says, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. See, but that was given the same vision through the Spirit.
Yeah,
right?
So how could the Jews leave black and come back white? Yeah.
For lo, I'll make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Yeah, so that goes to Obadiah. Caucasians, man. Cave dwellers. All right? That's you guys came out of the caves, man. All right? First you, because the land of Edom was set up that like that with Mount Petra. Then y'all came into power for a little bit, the Greeks, the Romans. Jake took back over the Byzantine Empire, Revelation 20. Y'all went back into the caves. All right? That's where you go into the whole black and Caspian. See, that's where the Caucasian come from. And y'all came back out of the caves because they were the serfs, they were the slaves. All right? And as Jake, pretty much, Jake was, what you got gang banging today, that's what Jake was doing in Europe. Jake was just wicked, man. Yeah. It was the Moors versus the Christians. Who were the Moors? Jakes who follow Islam. And then you had the Byzantine Empire. We always show you pictures on the Byzantine. You clearly see it today. Jake and the Byzantine Empire, they had the pretty similar garments to what we have on. Yeah. Niggas are wicked, man. Yeah. All right? All this wicked-ass doctrine you got going on, they were the fathers of that. Yep. You had the Pope talking about the Holy Father, man. They were Jakes, man. Yeah. Okay? And what they were doing, they were killing each other, man. It was all kind of uproars, man. Niggas was going back and forth, man. You had the, you read about the Scots versus the, oh man, what's this guy name, man?
Was Scots versus the British?
Yeah, forgot what this guy named, Lionheart, William Lionheart. That's all Israelite history, man. What's this guy name, man? What's his name? Mel Gibson played that role. Yeah, William the Lion. It was his 49. The word Scot means black. It says, he reigned as king of the Scots. His 49 long reign was the second in Scottish history. Okay. What was it? he was fighting who? The English. Who the English? They were Jakes, man. So niggas were going back and forth, man. All right? They were going back and forth in Europe. Of course, Ishar, the devil, came right back in, and the Most High had hit Israel with what? The bubonic plague, or the Black Death. And this is why when you look up the Byzantine Empire, every time you look it up, they said there's not much known about the Byzantine Empire. They tell you that. Let me see if I can find that quote.
But then even that in itself don't make sense, because how y'all don't know about that empire?
How you know about Alexander the Greek? If you look up history on the Persians, they could tell you everything about it. Yeah. They could tell you all about the Roman Caesars. Yeah. They could tell you about Nebuchadnezzar. They could tell you about the Syrians. But somehow we get to the Byzantine, we don't really know much. You're lying, man. Because you don't want people to know that Negroes had you as slaves for 1,000 years, man. Okay? See,
and that's why when they make movies about like the Roman Empire, Persia and the Medes, you know, the movie 300, you know, they really got it really precise, how they used to speak, you know, the things they used to wear, you know, stuff like that, because they actually go into the history and really go into it, man. But when it comes to the Byzantine Empire, like brother is saying, they act like they don't know it.
So that's what they call the Dark Age?
Yeah, they call it the Dark Ages. An age where it was, you know, but darkness, they don't know what's happening. They call it the Byzantine Empire because they said it was backwards, Byzantine means backwards. But it's the true backwards empire. And even though Jake was going off back then, but that's another thing too, right? When they came back into power, the Renaissance, that's what they call the Renaissance, rebirth. There was like the iconoclasm, like destroy the icons, which what the image that we had up of ourselves, the Messiah, the disciples, we had, you know.
So they said
Edomites as slaves?
That's right, yeah.
1,000 years?
For 1,000 years.
All that science that came, it was the Moors who brought a lot of science, mathematics, all of that. They brought that to Europe, man.
Yeah.
Chess was created by the Moors, all of that.
And they just took it and ran with it.
Yeah. Because you look at the crest, the coat of arms, a lot of them were Moors, right? Scotland, Ireland, Italy. They systematically killed all the white men in southern Italy, Sicily. Systematically got rid of them. That's what they always say in the mafia movies. They're black because why? Their bloodline go back to what? The Moors. See, Moors wasn't playing with you Edomites, man. It says the Byzantines. Why is so little known about the Byzantines? Let me see if I could go into some history. All right. It said in the early medieval period, there were several schisms between the churches in Rome and Constantinople, which is Turkey, causing even more cultural difference because they had two popes at that time too. It says, this does not create interest for most people, so Byzantine history has never been popularized. See that? And there's another one. Why is so little known about the Byzantine Empire? The Byzantines did not attempt to assimilate them being into Rome, because so many of the primary sources are difficult to access. I wonder why. Because why? Jake was ruling, man. Oh, we don't have that much. It's difficult to access the records. What were you talking about, man? Okay? Because why? Negroes were ruling. And that's why Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci was going through our Europe, and the rest of them was destroying all image and whitewashing everything, man. Okay? And then you had, what's this guy named Thomas Cromwell. That's why the scripture talks about First Maccabees 3:48. Let's get that real quick.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah. All right. You got Thomas Cromwell. He destroyed all of them images up there in England, and the different mosaics that was left by Jake, man. See, they don't want you to tap into that history. And because a lot of the kings, they call themselves the Anglo-Saxons or the angelic sons of Isaac.
Yeah. During those times, it was all 12 tribes ruling, or was it just certain tribes?
No, mainly like the Negro tribes.
Yeah, mainly like Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Yeah.
So you had the most majority of the Northern Kingdom already over here.
Yeah.
You know, they already went to the Americas?
Yeah. You had some that might have been of the Northern Kingdom. Some in West Africa too.
Yeah.
Because when you read about Anna, the prophetess, some Asher was still there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you did have remnants, little remnants here, but most of the Northern Kingdom came on this side. They had their own empire.
That's why after they came into power, the Edomites, you know, what did they do when they came with Christopher Columbus, when he settled over here? They encountered the 10 tribes, you know, because that was like sure around that same time, like, you know, 15 going back, like years
1400s
before that.
later. Yeah, that was a Renaissance.
The Renaissance
The rebirth,
era.
yeah.
Rebirth, yeah. And that's all comes to the prophecy in Revelation 20th chapter.
Yeah, that beast started coming back.
Yeah.
See, the scripture says what? His deadly wound was healed. He came back into power, man. See, because he fell for a little bit. And Jake wasn't right either. Jake wasn't right in the Byzantine Empire. They weren't as far left as niggas today. They weren't right, man.
And they show that they know who ruled during that time because they throw little hints in different movies, like the one movie called The Black Knight. When Martin Lawrence was back in time during medieval times, he became a Black Knight. A lot of knights, they were Jakes.
Yeah, they were Jakes.
They were all Jakes, man.
The Knights Templar, all of them were Jakes. And as they went to the Middle East, they picked up certain pagan practices. See, that's what you read about today. The Knights Templar, the Masons. Yeah, because the Jakes, when they went down into the Middle East to defend Jerusalem, they picked up a lot of heathenistic bullshit, man.
Yeah, Jakes started going off.
They started going off.
It's justified the Lord giving us deliverance and hands on enemies.
Yeah.
That's right there. Went to captivity, man. Yeah. Imagine that. We went from being kings, King James, different kings, you know what I'm saying, then to captivity, man. You see, that's, man, wow. But but Heavenly Father had a spirit upon King James to get,
Yeah. Who was his main opponent? The Catholics.
Catholics, yeah. Wasn't one of them there was someone that started that rumor that he was a rapist, something like that, or homo?
Man, I forgot this guy's name.
I've read about it. And they started that 18 years after he died. To try to I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up for you.
I forgot he was I forgot this guy's name.
And King James was a Jake. James in Hebrew was Yaquab Jacob. King Yaquab Jacob. He's a Jake, man. He ordered 47 scholars to translate the books, the scrolls, into what we got today, known as the King James Version Bible. This is the most, close accurate translation from the Hebrew to Greek, into the modern, the Old English, But now you got different translations going more to the modern day English, But this is the most close.
Anthony Weldon.
That was his name. Anthony wicked ass Weldon, man.
Yeah.
When the Southern Kingdom was ruling in Byzantine Empire.
That was in that history. Yeah.
For the Northern Kingdom, the Americas, they had their own empire. Was that the Aztecs and the Mayans?
Yeah. That was the Aztecs and Mayans. They had civilizations.
The Aztecs were known as mighty warriors. Yeah. You can put that in like the mightiest warriors in history. Put the Aztecs.
Gotcha.
You see where they rank. The Aztecs had the biggest empire. Mexico, New Mexico, Arizona, California. That was all Aztec territory. Before the Spaniards took them down, you had the Mayas, which are the Panama, Belize, Honduras, Central America. Then South America was mainly the Incas. And to tell you how the Incas went down, it was two brothers fighting each other. On one side with the Spaniards. Yo, niggas was wicked. And they show you that in the movie Apocalypto, remember? It was Aztecs killed. They was this is the same thing they were doing in Jerusalem. They were sacrificing each other to the sun god. And how did they know how to build pyramids, man? And pyramids come from Egypt. Because those are the same people back there, man. They're putting their own sacrifice in their own people. But at the end of the movie, they showed you who the real devil came. Which are who the Spaniards, man. See?
So like I looked up greatest warriors in history.
Yeah.
They give me a list. They gave me Alexander the Great.
Yeah, I mean, he was a great warrior. He was a sodomite, but he was a great warrior.
They said Miyamoto Musashi.
Musashi. More like it was a Jake.
Yeah.
Miyamoto Musashi.
They got Julius Caesar. Right here, one of them caught my eye. When we jumped down, it said Galvarino. Galvarino, that's how they got Wolverine from, because he was from the tribe of Naphtali in Chile. And he they chopped off his hands, and he tied 2 knives to his hands and went back and slaughtered a whole bunch of them, man. Because they were doing degrading things during that time. I think it was I don't think it was the Punic Wars. It was some type of wars that was going on back then over there in Chile. Trying to basically it was Spaniards. Basically, they was sitting there, colonizing over there. It just shows that was the Northern Kingdom. It was over there in Chile, Argentina. But Galvarino, he's a warrior, man. That's where he got Wolverine from.
Well, you can see all the great fighters today in the UFC and the boxing. Is either who, Jake or the Northern Kingdom?
Yeah.
Like Canelo, he looked white, but his father's Issachar.
Yo, Canelo get busy.
What
You saw
the
me
low
dying.
weights?
Low weights is Northern Kingdom,
No, I'm gonna look up mightiest like empires, warriors.
And then the higher weights is the Judah.
Yeah. Or you got Benjamin, Levi.
Yeah, or the Southern Kingdom, yeah.
Aztecs mighty warriors. They were known as the most mightiest warriors in history. The Aztecs. Another thing they don't bring out, which I think they start now bringing out years back, they did show Hannibal as a dark-skinned man. You know Hannibal, right? Hannibal the Barca.
Okay, I got it.
But I can't put the story into it.
He almost took down Rome. But guess why Hannibal couldn't take down Rome? Because it was written in the scriptures. The fourth beast. See? Let me see if I put in Hannibal and see if they show a black man.
And right quick, I got this. Aztec, it says warriors and legends. Aztec warriors. The fearsome Aztec warriors of what is now central Mexico were highly feared at their time of prominence. Their dedicated warrior training and love of warfare made them dangerous foes for any man, tribe, or army.
Well, when you read the scriptures, Numbers, it tells you Manasseh was a warrior tribe. You read about Gad was a warrior tribes too.
That's why when Esau came over here,
and they were on both sides, Manasseh. When you look at the map, Jordan and Israel.
Yeah.
That's how big they tried. They were the warrior tribes, man.
Oh man.
See?
They was getting busy. When we read about it, you go into one brother's going into a while back how when Esau came over here, they had trouble at first, but the only reason why the Lord allowed them to get destroyed because prophecy and they was going on. And shit.
One of the Gadites wanted to wanted to poison the water, but one of his own people snitched. He went to poison the water. Act like he make peace with them, but actually poison the whole water system. And of course, the coon always got to run back.
Wow.
You know, massa, look what they gonna poison. And you think the devil respect you? He don't respect you.
Don't respect that. But there was when it came and when it went Gad, Reuben them was getting busy with the bows, the arrows. They was on the horses, and they was like to get a good angle, they'll slide to the side. Their legs was wrapped on the horse, so they won't fall. The horse is running, and they sitting there with the bow, perfect, precise. Oh
and
my
you know
goodness,
how
man.
Esau is the devil too, because every time those old cowboy movies, they always show you like the Indians were the villain. When you coming up and you see them things on cable, they always just show you Clint Eastwood, like he's the hero, the white man. But the Native Americans are like the villains. They were seen as the villains in the movie.
Movies too.
Nah, it was the opposite way around.
And Esau the demon, he got a game called Cowboy Indians. I remember growing up playing that and I know what it was about, man.
Well, it tells you the Native Americans, it tells you in times past, they could chase buffalo, man. And it's funny too, a lot of you jakes in the South who think they're Judah actually go back to Gad and Reuben. See?
And it shows how much of a demon Esau is because all his military helicopters named after tribes he took down. Black Hawk, different tribes he took down.
Because there was a tribe right here in the city called Manhattan. And they talking about they sold Manhattan for fucking beads. Matter of fact, look that up real quick.
That history over man.
That's wicked as hell, man. What the hell you talking about, man? The Gadites were master of those things, man. They show you how to wipe your ass. But they gave up a whole island for beads. So that's a lie, man. All right?
It says Manhattan sold for $24. Let me see. Let me click for beads. In 1626, the story goes, indigenous inhabitants sold off the entire island of Manhattan to the Dutch for a tiny sum, just $24 worth of beads and trinkets.
Now, do we believe that? Do we believe that, man? See, that's Edomite history right there. That's a straight up and down lie, man. Is there anything more than that?
Con, it says this nugget of history took on such huge significance in the following centuries that it served as the birth certificate for New York City. Let me see what else. Read some more.
Did they put anything it's a lie now?
Oh, going to the head.
Now, do any thinking person actually believe that? They gave you could take a whole island for $24 worth of beads. Really? Come on, Aisha, man. See? That's why the scripture says, search out the ways of your fathers. Aisha, first of all, he broke all 400 treaties. Okay, and they never sold no, just like they now finally, Columbus didn't discover anything, he was a murderer. They now finally got to that, man. Because that's all about you being exposed. How the hidden things of Aisha being brought out. Right? Being searched out. So, we're going through some Israelite history. And, the more we know is that's what you Jake's supposed to be searching out, the ways of your fathers.